All right, traders, I wanted to take a minute to go over with you a trade that I made on Friday. And I videotaped the trade while I made it. So now I'm going to go back and try to explain a little bit about what I was looking at. So I'll get started here on the video. And basically what I was looking at is overall the pressure was down for the day. Anybody that was watching the market, could have seen that. And I did have one trade earlier that was this scalp here to the upside, where my 3 trades were stopped out at 3, 6, and 9. So I was really looking to go short since overall the pressure was to the downside. So I'm looking for any opportunity to get in on the short side. So what I was looking at here is we had this nice little pullback. Then the market came up and flat topped, come back down here to this area, and turned, come back up, flat topped again. So at this point, that's when I went ahead and drew this blue box that you see right here. So I start here and I draw it out to the future, and that way it helps me see the price as it bounces back and forth. So as it came back down again, I went ahead and entered. You can see this little bitty arrow that points off to the right. That's my actual entry there. And so now I'm looking for it to come down and get me my targets filled here at 3, 6, and 9. And I use trade through, so these will actually fill it. It'll be 4, 7, and 10 is where they'll actually more likely be filled at. So now we're just waiting to see what happens as the trade progressed. And my stop, you can see, is up here at this level. That's 10 pips away. That's my maximum risk I'm ever willing to risk on a trade. That doesn't mean I'm going to get stopped out every time at 10 pips. That's just my entry point. So if something was to happen right now and my computer failed or internet went out, you never know. I don't have to worry. The most I could lose is my 10 pips that I have on my stop. All these go in automatically on my Ninjatrader ATM. Those are real easy to set up. So now we're watching to see if our targets get hit. So just sitting here with the fingers crossed. Volume, as you can see down here, order flow is really light at the moment. So we wouldn't want to give this trade too much room. If we have a lot of volume coming in, then we can usually tend to give them a little bit more room to work out. All right, so now we can see price is sitting right on my entry. On my first target. So that one should get filled here shortly. Okay, I had trade through as how mine worked, so you can see it worked as it traded through. There's a pause in the video because it was starting to run kind of long. So in a few minutes you'll see some candles pop in there, and that's just where I'd hit the pause button and I hit restart. So it's YouTube and you don't really want to go over 10 minutes. Besides, people can only pay attention for so long. You make a 20-minute video, it's hard for some people to have the time to be able to watch it. So we've already got money in the bank at this point. The way I make these ATMs, the way I like to set them up, I take my largest position on my first entry, my first 3 pip entry, or target, sorry. And basically, I'll take probably half the position off. Usually will be on that first target. Then I'll take the remaining quarter on the middle target, and the last quarter I have the option of being able to drag that down and gain a few more pips if I think it'll make some more, or just let it stop out and let the trade complete. I'm going to try to pause the video here because I want to explain something, and it happens pretty fast. So I'll have to try to pause the original video. Okay, so what we can see here is we've come down here, and at this point here at the 6 pip mark, I have set up in my ATM to move the second position stop to break even +1. So if you'll notice, there's a red line that appeared right here, and what happened is as we bounced down here and hit the 6 pip level, the ATM automatically adjusted my stop to protect this position here. So now this position here will, at the very least, stop out at 1 pip, and my remaining half, it still has the stop up here 10 pips away. So I'll start the video again. Okay, you can see here the second target got hit, and also what you see is my stop then moved from here at this level automatically down to here, and the other one will disappear here in just a minute. I stopped the video just a little soon. So at this point what happened is, as I traded through and closed this position out, I only have this position left. So at this point my stop automatically adjusted to break even +1, or maybe break even +2. I'm not really sure how I have this particular one set up. So it's break even +1 or 2. So that way on my third position now, I'm guaranteed to at least get 1 or 2 pips on that. So it's no threat of a loser. It's a free trade. And at this point I can grab and the green line here and slide it down if I think I can squeeze a few more pips out of it, or just let it stop out. So you can see here we're gonna get filled here in just a minute. Now there's no risk. I have no risk whatsoever. If the market turns and heads back up, I'll still stop out for a small profit. Plus the other 2 positions, I've already got cash in the bank. Alright, so you can see now the third position has finally got filled. So the trade worked out really well. That was 2 decent trades in a row. This one worked out and I got my maximum pips out of it. I plan to with that current ATM strategy. I don't want to spend too much time on this other trade over here, but basically what happened over here is I went long out of this little area here where the market had come down, come back up, come down, and I was going to trade it back to the upside. So I'm accustomed to drawing my little blue boxes here. It's just something I like to do. So I had my box drawn here, and when it price went up outside of the box, that's when I went ahead and hit my buy button, and my fill wasn't the greatest, but worked out anyway. The first position here stopped out here. That was my 3 pip stop, and then I noticed, market kind of bounces sideways here a couple candles, and at this point I realized that the area that we have here of resistance is still holding pretty strong. So at that point I grabbed my other 2 targets and I dragged them down, and one I put down here at this same level here at 3. The other one I tried to get up here to more right at the resistance level, and that's what happened. So this one closed out at 3, this one closed out at 3, and then this one ended up closing out at 5. So all in all, not too bad a trade. We ended up, with the 3 here, and 5, and then we got, I'm not sure exactly, 3 to 4 on this one, and 6 or 7 on this one, and this one would have closed at 9 or 10. I didn't check those yet to see what those were. So I hope you all enjoyed watching this little segment of video, and if you have any questions, check me out at wallstreet to easystreet.com.